Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Katholina with the evening news. The headlines. Second nationwide COVID-19 vaccination dry run held in 736 districts of 33 states and union territories, including Nagaland. Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan says polio vaccination drive in the country will begin on 17th of this month. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar launches government's digital calendar and diary app, and flights resume between United Kingdom and India. The second COVID-19 vaccination dry run was held throughout the country today. The massive mock drill was conducted in 736 districts across 33 states and union territories. Each district has identified 3 types of session sites similar to the previous dry run, including a public health facility, private health facility, and rural or urban outreach sites. The objective of this dry run is rehearsal of the actual vaccine administration process. Around 170,000 vaccinators and 3 lakh vaccination team members have been trained on the process to be followed at the vaccination sites. Nagaland, along with the rest of the nation, conducted dry run for COVID-19 vaccination across the district today. In Wokha, the dry run exercise was conducted at District Hospital Wokha, Urban Primary Health Center, and Community Health Care Center Sanis. 25 healthcare workers, each from the 3 centers, participated in the exercise as the first batch beneficiaries. On the district preparedness on vaccination, the state-level observer from the Department of Health and Family Welfare expressed satisfaction that the district is doing efficiently and is fully prepared for the vaccination process. The observer stated that all the line departments, NGOs, and district stakeholders should actively involve for the success of the vaccination. Chief Medical Officer Wokha, T.W. Tungoy, informed that the district has already set up a committee for successful implementation of the vaccination drive in the district. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate has reached 96.39%. During the last 24 hours, more than 20,000 COVID patients have recovered. The total number of recoveries has gone up to over 1,37,000. Health Ministry said the COVID-19 recovery rate in India is amongst the highest in the world. It is 89.36% in Brazil. In Russia, it is 81.17%, Italy 70.68%, USA 59.59%, and the UK is 47.44%. The actual case load currently comprises only 2.16% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is around 2,25,000. With the detection of 4 fresh cases of COVID-19 from Dimapur today, the total positive cases in the state have increased to 11,964, while 1 more COVID death was also reported from Dimapur. With this, COVID-19 fatality in the state has also climbed to 73. State Health Department's COVID-19 bulletin updated that 2 deaths are still under investigation, while 10 deaths are not COVID-related. In addition, 4 infected persons have recovered, of which 2 are from Mokchung and 1 each from Dimapur and Paran. A total of 11,614 people have recovered from the infection so far. Currently, there are 127 active COVID-19 cases. Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan today announced in Chennai that polio vaccination drive in the country would begin on the 17th of this month. The health minister, who is on a 2-day visit to the state, told media that the government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, will end COVID just like the eradication of polio. He said that since the Narendra Modi government took proactive steps to control the spread, the incidents and the fatalities were reduced considerably, prompting the attention of the world. He said that the center had opened 2,300 testing centers throughout the country, which had worked 24/7 to test scores of samples to confirm the disease. The minister said that more than 1 crore people have returned home safe after treatment of COVID-19. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority (NSDMA) Home Department today handed over one of the first well-equipped HERS vehicle in the state to the Naga Hospital Authority, Kohima. The HERS vehicle is equipped with a freezer box and a backup inverter for single body. Advisor NSDMA Kajeto Kinimi officially handed the HERS vehicle to Principal Director, Department of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Vizolier Z. Shukriye. On receiving the vehicle, Dr. Shukriye thanked the government and said that the vehicle will benefit the state, especially the needy people. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar today launched government's digital calendar and diary app in New Delhi. Speaking on the occasion, Javadekar said the digital calendar is an environment-friendly initiative and will do away with the need for a new calendar every year. He said the app is free and will be available in 11 languages from 15th of this month. The minister said the calendar has a theme for every month and it will also have all informations of 100 revolutionary programs of the government. The digital calendar and the diary app is available for download on both Google Play Store and iOS App Store. The app has been designed and developed by Bureau of Outreach and Communication, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Director General of National Cadet Corps NCC, Lieutenant General Tarun Kumar H. has said that, in view of the COVID-19 situation, this year the number of cadets participating in the Republic Day camp has been scaled down and only 1,000 cadets are participating in this camp in Delhi. Talking to AIR News, Lieutenant General H. said that the strength has been reduced to 50% as over 2,000 cadets usually participate in the NCC Republic Day camp. He said around 250 cadets will participate during Republic Day parade on 26 January. He said, however, NCC band will not perform this year as the cadets are below 18 years of age. The NCC Republic Day Camp 2021 has commenced at the Karyappa Parade Ground, Delhi Cantonment on 4th January. It will culminate on 28 January with Prime Minister's rally. The next round of talks between the centre and farmer leaders will be held on 15th of January. Briefing media after the 8th round of talks with representatives of Farmers Union today, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said discussion on the farm laws was taken up but no decision could be made. He said the government urged the farmer unions to give an option other than repealing, saying that it will consider it. However, the farmer unions could not come out with any alternative. Tomar said the government is continuously interacting with the unions who want these laws to be repealed. The minister also said it will give appointment to those supporting the laws when they request the government. Flights between the United Kingdom and India, which had been suspended since the last week of December amid the new coronavirus strain concerns, resumed today. A flight from the UK with 256 passengers landed in Delhi at 10:30 in the morning. Earlier, the flights from India to the UK were started again on 6th of this month. The Civil Aviation Ministry has informed that 30 flights will operate between the two countries every week. Union Civil Aviation Minister Hardip Singh Puri has stated that the government is closely monitoring the situation in the UK and will review the flight connectivity between the countries as and when the need arises. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. To end the news, the headlines here again. Second nationwide COVID-19 vaccine dry run held in 736 districts of 33 states and union territories including Nagaland. Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan says polio vaccination drive in the country will begin on 17th of this month. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar launches government's digital calendar and diary app, and flights resume between United Kingdom and India. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.